Welcome to this special edition where we're diving into the world of No Nut November and how to succeed. I know most of the people say there is no such benefits of this challenge, but ask yourself, is there any benefits of this cheap dopamine? Isn't this affect your mental health? As we all know, porn damaging the brain, especially the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain located at the front of the frontal lobe right behind the forehead, responsible for decision making, personality and emotional regulation, attention and concentration, working memory, and many more. If you've decided to take on this challenge, you're in the right place. Let's jump right into it. First things first, set those intentions. Why are you doing No Nut November? Is it for personal discipline, self-control, or just to challenge yourself? Be clear about your goals. Now, staying busy and engaged is key. Whether it's work, hobbies, exercise, or catching up with friends, keep yourself occupied. A busy mind is less likely to find that free time for fun. Avoid those triggers. Identify situations or content that might trigger you to do this stuff. If it's explicit content or certain social media, step back or just click the option not interested. It helps the app algorithm. Your focus is on the challenge. Accountability partners can make a huge difference. Share your goals with friends who are also taking on the challenge. It's always easier when you have a support system. Mindfulness is key. Practice redirecting your thoughts when they start drifting into temptation. Stay present and focused on your goals. Channel that energy. Use the newfound focus and determination for productive activities. Whether it's hitting the gym, pursuing personal goals, or learning a new skill, make the most of it. Stop chasing girls is also important. If you always thinking about girls at the end, it will make hard to resist that urge. Focus on yourself, improve your communication skills, fashion, and take care of yourself, then everything get better automatically. How about a reward system? Treat yourself for successfully completing the challenge. Knowing there's a positive outcome waiting for you can be a great motivator. Remember, if you slip up, it's okay. Use setbacks as opportunities to learn about your triggers and come back even stronger. The journey is what matters. If you really want to quit this, I suggest find your bigger purpose. Find that hobby which drives you crazy, so you forget about those distractions. Masturbation is never wrong, but addiction is one of the worst thing ever happened to a man. This challenge is about self-control. Get your willpower back and start channel those energy in something greater. Remember, it's all about personal challenge and growth. Stay strong, stay focused, and enjoy the journey. Until next time, stay awesome.